Hello and welcome. I'm at the 2025 New York International Auto Show. Next to me is the all-new 2026 Kia EV4. This is the GT line. I'm going to talk about it, go over all the tech, the features. Stay tuned. That's coming up next. Okay, let's talk about the 2026 Kia EV4. This is Kia's smallest EV. Right now, pricing is not available because this is a prototype and it's preliminary, so it is technically a concept car, but I like the fact that you have the signature lighting signature here in the front. If I turn on my light, you guys can see the pixelated lighting similar to its sibling, the EV9. And this one being the GT line, it does have parking sensors in the front. You do have a front-facing camera here. I do like the aggressive front-end styling. And if I step in over here, we can see this one is riding on Nexen tires. These wheels, of course, are very cool because it is a GT line. Let me see how big they are. These are 215/50 on 19-inch tires. There's more of that little sensor right there. And I do love the signature, the way the mirror kind of looks like a floating mirror. This will be a front-wheel drive vehicle, so it's not going to be all-wheel drive. So on the low end, it's about 225 miles of range. The high end is about 330. These numbers, of course, are subject to change because the vehicle is basically a pre-production vehicle. And looking at the trunk, it's a little interesting because it has kind of like a hatchback look to it right here, which is also very nice. So let me open the trunk because it is a trunk and it's big. As you guys can see, I will leave the information on the screen how big it is. You can fold the seat down and to maximize the cargo capability. It's kind of like a giant mouth in terms of size. There's that backup camera, GT line badge on the right. You do have, of course, the vertical taillights. Everything looks like it's LED. And let's step inside real quick and look at the front seats and technology of the EV4. And materials are very, very nice. Kia does an excellent job with fit and finish. This one looks like it has heated and ventilated seats, heated steering wheel controls on the door, which is interesting. The memory seats controls are here as well. Let me turn off that light. So there's the little ambient lighting signature. Very, very soft padded materials. You do have everything feels premium and looks premium. GT line embroidered on the seat right here, the headrest. And stepping inside, it's a very nice place to be. This steering wheel is, I can tell you, because I drove the K4, it's straight out of the K4. Very, 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 very nice. You do have dual 12.3-inch screens in this particular model. This, of course, is the highest trim. Physical controls, kind of like ghost controls. There's ghost buttons right there, which is kind of nice. You do have dual zone climate control in this particular trim. You have here for the passenger. You have USB-C right here, traditional style house style outlet, wireless charging pad, very, very deep and low cup holders, which of course you can hide them away like so to maximize the cargo capability. If you need them, you could just press this button right here and do that. You do have auto brake hold button here, the 360 camera, parking sensors, downhill assist. You do have a nice little bin here. This one does have a little sunroof, which is fine, decent size. And we'll look at the back seat in a second, but let's look at the little cubby right here. Got a little tiny cubby. Keep in mind, folks, this is a pre-production vehicle, so a lot of things may be subject to change during the final production form. And the seats are comfortable. Visibility is pretty good too. So let's take a look at the back seat real quick. And stepping in the back seat, materials are also very similar to the front. You do have more of that ambient lighting up here in the back. Actually, no, correction, the ambient lighting, no ambient lighting in the back. But let me step in the back seat of the EV4. And I'm 5'8". I have plenty of leg room. Headroom is a little compromised, as you guys can see. A little compromised. I'm 5'8". I'm not the tallest person in the world, but you do have 2 cup holders right here. And let me turn you guys around again so you can see. You do have climate vents right here. Nice little cubby. You got space for items behind the seat. You do have USB-Cs on each of the seat, and there's a look of the instrument cluster, how it is. You see that ambient lighting pulsating right there, and that is pretty much it. And oh, this has also Harman Kardon sound system. So this has been my first quick look of the all-new 2026 Kia K4.